All right, pre-show shenanigans. We were going to talk about today about the final viewing experience from Dune because I went and saw it over the weekend.
I think I'm
But
gonna rewatch it again in 70 millimeters.
there's apparently a guy who's watched it 15 times. Like he's tweeting out every
Arrest
day
him.
that he's
How
watched
many
it, and
times has
he's
he
like
bought
at
the popcorn
15 right
bucket?
now. That's the questions we need to know. We were going to talk about it,
Did
except
you
this
get a
is the
popcorn
water.
bucket?
No, but I got the Dasani water from the movie theater.
Did you just see it?
I saw it Sunday, but yesterday as we're
Oh,
recording
you
this.
spent a whole that Dasani. Every time you drink it, it's a little bit of
I've been
poison.
like this.
Or
That's
is
why
that, is
I
that
have
the,
like
the spice?
I don't. The spice is like I feel like a positive thing, right? Like that's like an addicting substance. I don't think the Dasani water.
I don't think people drink it on the reg.
Well, it is a Coca-Cola
the spice
product.
is supposed to give you like good things. Nothing
right?
good comes from Dasani. So never mind. Scratch that one off. But you get what I'm saying. You get what I mean. But what did you think of Dune 2? All I could think at the end of it, remember 40x experience. So more so I was recovering like physically. But
yeah, no, your body was like in absolute agony from getting rattled.
Yeah, I mean, you can imagine the sandworm scene in 40x now. That thing's like 4 minutes long.
Look, like we still can't spoil anything.
The arena, no, we
but,
could do it by now. Yeah, you click off.
Well,
click off.
Then just skip ahead.
Yeah,
then just
skip ahead. Skip on.
Skip ahead.
Skip ahead. But
we're giving you the forewarning.
The well, I'm not actually going into anything plot wise. Just the arena fight scene in 40x. Holy shit, that thing was
your
like
face was just white.
9 to 10 minutes long. And one thing I didn't touch into last time in the 40x was that there is water involved. My complaint is not enough water, more water.
Did they just throw sand on your face?
Well,
like just spitting sand at you?
Oh, thank God. That would have pissed me off. Like they just had like a little smoke and steam going on in those scenes, which didn't really make a difference. But when the water, there were very few scenes where there were even water in the movie. But like, for example, when you see the fat ass dude get into his little black sludge pit, little water splash.
Yes, yeah.
Which that water splash is a little gross, but you don't want the water there, but you get what I'm saying. But
yeah, what if they just made you drink the water of life? Just put it down.
Nah, not for me. I would say the one thing, that very last scene leading up to it, or the giant gathering scene that kind of looked like that one one House of the Dragon scene at the end.
Yeah, I know the confirmation scene. Yeah.
That the 40x was going nuts. Shit was just going absolute nuts for that scene.
I'll be honest, like I thought it was a fantastic movie. I absolutely loved it. I just thought there was like by the end of it though, when Javier Bardem's character just it'd be every
I forget the line exactly.
Still got
there was so much 40x going on, I couldn't quite put it to
basically
memory.
it'd just be like Timothée Chalamet's character would just do anything. And instantaneously he'd be like, he's the prophet. He's the chosen one. It's like, dude, I'm eating. He's like, he just literally just ate like.
It was like it's like Skip Bayless with Michael Jordan. Okay, it's the opposite of Skip with LeBron. It's like Nick Wright with LeBron.
Well, Anthony Edwards now too with Skip.
Well,
Skip's an anti-ant guy.
Well, not quite like LeBron, but we'll see if he can get there one day. But yeah, I mean, good movie, good film, good picture. But I think that's all for the pre-show. Got a lot to talk about today. A lot to talk about. In the world of the NFL once again. It's March. You would think March Madness gonna creep up. Nah. NFL reminds who's king, but all right. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Waterboy Podcast. Today is episode 203. NFL free agent. Well, is it free agent? Not free agency.
Tampering period.
Yeah. Okay. So essentially, what when they're allowed to announce free agency ties, college basketball conference championship week, tournament week, underway, and we are 8 days away from Dodgers opening day from when this video comes out, Everett. Okay. Starting off, we're going to get the MLB out of the way before we get into a lot of NFL.
Yes.
We have a new shortstop in LA, and his name is Mookie Betts. Okay. Not exactly a new shortstop, but so man, wow, the show is going to be interesting. The Commanders got a new running back.
God.
We have a new shortstop in Los Angeles, Mookie Betts.
Also got paid nothing, by the way.
Yeah, and a new second baseman, Gavin Lux. So Gavin Lux, if you don't remember, was drafted as a shortstop. Okay, when he got called up a couple years ago, we had him playing second, not short, but he is a shortstop. At the end of the day, he's been struggling at short in spring training. A lot of throwing errors, a lot of just like miscues, like missing cutoffs, not covering the bag when he's supposed to. A lot of misplays, not what we like to see for Dodger baseball.
I mean, look, I'm gonna be honest. He's coming off a torn ACL, hasn't played in a year, over a year almost. There's gonna be growing pains, and on top of that, it doesn't have as much experience as you would like to have with a everyday starter at a shortstop. So there's going to be some problems on top of just recovering and not having playing time. And I don't think that it's fair.
No. I think it is totally fair to pull the plug right now. It's been very bad. It's been like
I know it's been bad, but I'm saying I don't think that it's fair to I don't think it's fair to him to try and make him start at second base now instead of just giving him a little bit of time, put him in AAA or something. I think it's worse for the team to have him starting second. I know.
It's better. It's better to have him.
But that's
still,
what I'm saying is it's in spring training, right? So why would we not want to give him all the opportunity?
Well, because we go to Korea very soon and we're 8 days away from opening day. That's why.
Yeah, but if the idea is that he's going to be sent back down to AAA once spring training's over, so that
is not the idea.
But I'm saying it makes no sense.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Having him be at second base,
hitting well.
Having him be at second base. Did you see what happened today?
I'm just saying, if he starts shitting the bed second again, then obviously Willie Adames
I just think that long term,
second
for his own development,
the issues have been throwing and fielding.
But I mean, I understand what shortstop
throwing.
I understand with shortstop though, fielding, shortstop's the most important position when it comes to that, obviously, right? But I think that considering who also the Dodgers have, and the fact that last year they were able to make a rotation at shortstop without Gavin Lux there, and it worked. It didn't.
Rojas but sucked. It didn't work. That didn't work.
I think that it's.
Ross can play shortstop, but
I'm just saying I think that for the team's betterment, it's better for Mookie to not be at shortstop because he's going to make errors and stuff at short. And
he's not going to be there for. I think we're just sitting here. We're going to get Willie Adames in pretty soon here. It's for now, but Gavin Lux was so shit. It was oh god, I can't do that. But it's temporary plan, temporary short term plan. Mookie at short for now. Fuck it.
I just think that Gavin Lux for his own betterment and for the long term plan.
I don't think
to be at short.
Hey.
I mean, I just think that even for trade value, he needs to give him a little bit of time at AAA and let him develop up a little bit better and recover.
We're trying to win a World Series. We ain't developing here. Okay, this is not.
I also said for trade value, buddy.
But we're not going to have him play at short in the regular season if he can't do it. Hell no.
Did you not just hear what I said?
What? Okay, spring training. Yes, we tried. It didn't work. He's lowering his value right now playing short. Moving over second, try to get something. AAA. Hopefully it's spring training. We're not. If he starts the season after AAA, that's awful. That looks so bad. He can hit. He can hit in MLB,
but he's not going to DH. So I'm just saying.
I'm just Everett. If he's in AAA to start the year, it's oh god, Gavin Lux. Jesus Christ. Did something go wrong here? But that was the MLB update with the Dodgers. Other than that, they did announce Glasnow starting and Yamamoto's number 2, which was expected. Yamamoto looked god awful in his last start. Been Bit of a tip problem. We'll see how that happens in Korea, but
I mean, like you said,
fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Matt Pryor said, if it's the last thing that he does, he's going to fix that.
Mark Pryor. Yeah, Pryor, that is the priority over here. Trying to fix that up. Yeah, I guess in Japan they don't quite pick up on the tip pitches very well. Shit, who would have thought? Who would have thought? I felt like they would be good at it, but nope, guess not. But yeah, that's kind of it on the MLB update. Lucas Giolito season's over before it started. Pretty sure Garrett Cole might also just be out for the year too. Blake Snell, the Yankees confirmed essentially because of that. And yeah, that's MLB update. Korea time. Oh yeah, Trevor Bauer pitched against the minor leaguers the other day through 99.
Hey,
popped out at 99 against us. So yeah, little bit of.
I have sirens on right now. By the way, I just sang for Trevor Bauer. Unfortunately for him, but
yeah, I mean, he's on some like travel Tokyo team. Not exactly sure, to be honest, but yeah. Exhibition game, face Dodger prospect.
I think it's the Asian Breeze, I believe is the team's name.
Yes, the Asian Breeze. That is such a funny. The Asian Breeze.
Yeah. It is a like scouting development team for under like unknown players in Japan and Asia.
Yeah. Quite the time. Bauer was supposed to have a bobblehead night that Dodgers canceled. What a bummer. All right. Okay. On to a major NFL free agency preview episode. Day one. Yeah. It's technically not free agency yet. So screw it. This is a.
Well, I mean, it really is. Yeah, it really is.
So we got to start with the biggest news available, Everett. We got to start with the big kahuna. The one that when we talk about the contract, I think you will be totally okay talking about it because I don't think you'd be
Aloy Gilman re-signing with the Chargers.
No. Gus Edwards of the Chargers.
Oh,
that was the big one. That was the big focal point. Gus Edwards. We have a long history together. I cursed you back in 2018. Draft you with my 5th round pick in fantasy. You tore your ACL.
All a long-term play. All a long-term play.
To get him on a slightly cheaper contract. Let me pull up the exact.
Yeah, can you pull up what his value was? And let's compare
Cam Johnson to the Steelers' best kicker.
That was
best
4 years. That was like 4 hours ago. I just want to know how much did Gus Edwards get?
Deal. 2 years, $6.5 million. That's a bargain. That's a steal. 2 years, 6.5. That's a steal
for Gus. Right?
Yes, yeah, for Gus.
So Austin Eckler got the same amount.
Well, he got like 11.
But you said 2 years. I thought you meant 2 years. Like annual value is 6.
No, total 6.
Oh yeah. That's better. That's better than what. That's better than what.
Absolute steal. Wait. Eckler got 2 years, 11.4. Yeah, Gus got 2 years, 6.5.
Yeah, so about half the amount. Okay. I thought that you meant like it was 6.5 per year. I was like, all right, well. Shit.
No, we going total deals today. Total deals only. And speaking of the biggest total deal of the day, Everett.
I don't honestly know.
Kirk Thaniel Cousins. Okay, 4 years. Okay, 4 years, 180 million, 100 million guaranteed. Everett, would you have been?
No.
What if the news came out that the Vikings signed him to a 4-year, $180 million?
Look, I'm gonna be honest. If we had signed him to a 4-year, 100, like I would have thought that it was a joking post. I don't think that the Vikings had a value that was far below what the Falcons ended up paying for him, and for the fact that he's 35, coming off a torn Achilles, 4-year contract, he's gonna be 39 by the time that ends. I mean, maybe he plays all that time, but I don't know. I think that does take the Falcons way out of quarterback contention for this year's draft, which is, I guess, good. Sucks for the Bears because the Bears have fumbled the bag on every possible candidate to trade Justin Fields to. But yeah, no, like I saw that value and immediately I was like, yeah, you know what, it's okay. Like if the Vikings had paid him that much, it would have really screwed up the future. Being able to pay Justin Jefferson, being able to just develop a team, like it wouldn't have worked well. So hey, you know what? Kirk Cousins, agent, best in the game, best in the business. Gotta
Speaking
give
of
him
his
his flowers.
agent, we're going to take a quick dive down memory lane into Kirk Cousins' contract. So starting off with his rookie deal from 2012, 2015. Then moving on, he got a 1 year, 20 million guaranteed franchise tag contract. Then the year after, signed a 1 year, $24 million contract with the Redskins. Then the year after, with the Vikings, first contract, 3 year, 84 million total, 84 million guaranteed. Wow. Did not know that. So shout out his agent for that
Fully
one.
guaranteed contract.
Then the next one, 2 year, 66 million, 31 guaranteed. That one, slightly by year more Kirk friendly than the first one, but definitely a solid one. Moving on, 1 year, 35 million this past season, and then now the total $180 million over 4 year, 100 million guaranteed. So Kirk Cousins,
90
very
million
rich man.
guaranteed.
Shout out his agent.
90 million, I believe, guaranteed.
Let me look up his agent's name real quick. He definitely seems like an Eric. Mike McCartney.
It is Mike McCartney. Yes, it is
Mike McCartney.
But look, I mean, Vikings have been very, very in today on moves and free agency. Vikings have not done anything offensively, I don't believe. It has all been defensive moves, signing Blake Cashman, Jonathan Greenard, Andrew Van Ginkel.
Yep, Van Ginks.
I'm trying to think, was there anybody else that the Vikings signed? I think
I could take a quick Jonathan Greenard. So 4 years, 76 million to Jonathan Greenard.
Kind of a steal for the Vikings because that's under 20 a year.
It appears as if the other guy going to be out of town, or is he going to stay?
Who's the other guy, Daniil?
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to be a little more. I'm assuming he's gone with that.
Okay.
But yeah, the Vikings are heavily in on the defense to start building this team. Nothing done with the quarterback position yet. No extension for Justin Jefferson yet, which is very spooky. I don't know how I feel about that one. But it's kind of come down to now quarterback wise. Draft, I think, is going to happen either way. We're going to probably, hopefully, see some movement on that soon. Other than that, though, Jacoby Brissett is an option. Sam Darnold is an option. I mean, you can trade for Trey Lance, trade for Justin Fields. If we trade for Trey Lance or Zach Wilson, I call it quits there. Team's dead. But, I mean, I've seen people talking about how they want to have Nick Mullins just be the quarterback one for next year until our starter is ready. If you do that, our starter will be playing by week 3. All right. Once Nick Mullins throws 4 picks in back-to-back games, yeah, I guarantee you it's not going to do well for the development of whoever else we draft. Jacoby Brissett would be a great option. Gardner Minshew would have been. Now he's on the Raiders. But I'd rather out of every kind of like big name guy, I'd rather have big name. I say in quotations. I'd rather have Jacoby Brissett or Justin Fields, and I think the market for Justin Fields has really come down to now the Broncos and to the Vikings, neither of which have signed a new quarterback. There's Jimmy Garoppolo, but I mean nobody really wants Jimmy Garoppolo, especially now with the suspension that he's on. So I mean we'll see. The Bears kind of shot themselves in the foot a little bit when it comes to Justin Fields' market. So, you know, that's tough for them. Great for us. But we'll see. There's a chance that they just hold on to him, maybe try and trade him at the deadline or something like that, which would just suck for Fields. But yeah, one thing that I didn't realize that makes a lot more sense now with why the Raiders were never actually in the picture for Justin Fields is Luke Getsy is the OC for the Raiders who used to work for the Bears. And has a pretty tumultuous relationship with Justin Fields.
Yeah. Doesn't sound great. Don't like that one.
But yeah, I mean, Baker Mayfield signed 100. Like I think the contract for the quarterbacks are getting bigger and bigger for guys that you would never expect to get that kind of money. So I mean, like Baker Mayfield signed a $100 million contract today in quotations because it's not officialized yet.
Yeah, I mean,
Obviously
I
Kirk
know
Cousins.
Lincoln Riley recruiting quarterback position didn't even need to get better, but it did. So yeah, there we go.
um, but yeah, the most interesting thing to me just with the Vikings setup right now, Jonathan Greenard, right? He had a great season last year, 12 and a half sacks. The only problem with him is that he's missed 3 games in 2020, 4 games in 2021, 9 games in 2022, and 2 games in 2023. So having him on the team for, I believe you said it was a 4-year contract, right?
Yep, it is a 4-year deal, 19 million annual value, 42 million guaranteed.
It is somewhat questionable if his injuries are going to be a consistent consistent problem. But he's the only other player now signed until 2027 on the Vikings roster. Him and TJ Hawkinson are the 2 players signed until 2027.
All right, all right. Him and TJ Hawk on the roster doing damage. Just them 2
through 2027. Those are the only 2 players signed.
All right, that's
the
core.
Look, the problem is if a deal with Justin Jefferson is not completed before the draft, there's not an extension before the draft in a month from now. Things get very, very spooky. Like there needs to be a concrete plan in place, communicated with him to get this extension done because it was not done last year. Now the Vikings are trying to get that done, might not get done, and Kirk Cousins is not on the team anymore when they could have gotten him an extension for the extra year and they opted not to do that. Which I was supporting at the time, and I still think that it was kind of the right idea. But if you could get him for cheaper, obviously that would have been nice. The problem just is you need to extend the best player in football. You need to extend the best wide receiver in football. And if you don't do that and you let him play out his contract, I guarantee you he's not going to come back to the Vikings in free agency next year. It's not going to happen.
All right. Here's if Ronald Darby is a Jaguar. I am looking around at this Bryce Huff deal, 3 years, 51 million. A bit of a younger guy, younger linebacker to get his bag. But let's talk about the $200 million men out of Miami, no longer in Miami. Christian Wilkins and Robert Hunt. Christian Wilkins to Las Vegas, taken over in the footsteps of his other Clemson D lineman brother, Clellan Ferrell. This time, Christian Wilkins will be the good Clemson D lineman for the Raiders. 4 years,
who should have been picked at 3 overall.
4 years, 110 million with $84 million guaranteed. Holy fuck. Wow. Telesco does it again. What the fuck? 84 million guaranteed.
He really likes paying those defensive linemen a lot of money. And I bet you it's not structured very well to get restructuring in there when the cap becomes a problem. It's not there. We'll be back here in 3 years and we'll be
fired before the time they have to restructure him.
We're going to be back here in 3 years and be like, all right, so where are the Raiders trading Christian Wilkins?
Maybe we planted him there to take them out from within. That could have been a really great move.
Him next to Max Crosby is absolutely filthy. That's disgusting. Obviously, Tyree Wilson is there. Forget about him. Kind of a bust, at least after this last year. But
let's hope it stays that way.
But yeah, he's there, still building him up. I don't really know who their other inside tackle is that they have there. But defense is only getting better. Gardner Minshew is now there as well, challenging AOC for the starting quarterback job. Per our Las Vegas Raiders insider, he thought that signing meant that they're drafting quarterback. I disagree with that. Sorry, Sam. That's tough for you, buddy. But yeah, other big like defensive things that's happening is Brian Burns traded to the Giants for a 2nd and a 5th round pick. He's getting a 5-year deal worth $150 million with an $87.5 million guarantee. That is absolutely heinous for the Panthers, considering they had a trade for like 3 firsts and 2 second rounders on the table, and they did not take it, only to get a 2nd and a 5th. Yeah, that sucks for you. That is horrific. That is horrible. But
yeah, and then Big Robert Hunt to Carolina for $100 million. All right, you got to help Bryce out some way. Got to get him a big $100 million guard. So yeah, Bryce, help is on the way. They are coming to help you out because if he gets too many boo boos, he might be out of the league.
See, I think it's kind of funny because I don't think Bryce Hunt, or not Bryce Young, I don't think Robert Hunt's like actually that good. I think they're just getting overpaid because that's what the market's at right now. So when Bryce Young just gets annihilated next year, still I think it's going to be funny. And the best part is they spent no money on wide receivers yet. Like they have not upgraded the wide receiver.
They won't.
T. Higgins though is available now, and I think it's funny that T. Higgins was like, yeah, so quarterbacks that I'd like to play with or like teams I'd like to go to are the Jaguars, the Bills, the Chiefs. And I'm like, so you want to get traded from being a number 2 receiver to a team where you'd be the number 2 receiver?
Yeah.
Make this make sense for me. Like, do you hate Joe Burrow? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, no, it must be the money. Hey,
like, is
must
he,
be the money.
Did he see Joe Burrow's post with Donald Trump and was like, can't be here anymore? Can't be here anymore.
That's what people were considering. And now also Will Compton posted that the one video with them and Bosa, and he was just trying to stir the pot. And then he responded with him and just all of his black teammates in the NFL.
Yeah, your favorite tight end David Njoku posted with him as well.
Yeah, Njoku looking good out there. Him and Flacco, man, who would have thought? Speaking of Flacco, do we know where he's going?
He is still sitting around right now. He's in his recliner, relaxing, chilling.
All right, okay. Well, we'll get on to.
You know what? I'll take Joe. You could send Joe to Minnesota. I'll take Joe.
What I think is a dub for you, actually, Xavier McKinney to the Green Bay Packers, $68 million total over 4 years.
I don't know if I agree if that's a dub. He did really have a good season last year. He had a really good season.
I just feel like that's so much money. That's crazy.
No, he had a very good, very, very good. Like he was like the 5th or 4th graded safety last year.
For some reason it says Xavier McKinney. That's not true.
Yeah, no, the real win for me today was the Lions signing Marcus Davenport. God is good. All right. Praise. Thankfully he's off my team. Enjoy that, cancer, Detroit. And the Bears. Who? Marcus Davenport signed with the Lions. And the Bears.
I feel like that guy's been around the block recently quite a little bit. I feel like he's been on the Saints for a little bit. Was he not?
Yeah, he was drafted to the Saints.
Oh, that was it. Maybe
went to Minnesota.
From there.
He's been around the medical block a lot.
Oh, maybe that's it. Who'd have thought?
And then the Bears. The Bears signed another running back. They signed DeAndre Swift this year after drafting one last year, paying another one top money last year. The Bears do some stupid things in free agency, and I love to see it. It is hilarious. They fumble the bag when it comes to trading Justin Fields. They fumble the bag when it comes to signing players. Like I don't know what they think. I don't know if they know what they're doing. I don't think they know what they're doing.
Oh, definitely not. No way Ryan Poles has any idea what he's doing. Yeah, I'm looking over some other one. Okay, some interior linemen. Jonah Jackson 51, Lloyd Cushenberry 50, Tyler Biadasz 30, and John Runyon 30. Okay, talk about a day to get paid, boys. Look at that. So
Jordan
all
Brooks
of them 10
to the Dolphins.
Oh yeah, did see that. Did we already go over Big Ek to the Manders?
No, well, I mentioned that we were talking about him getting 11.5, but we never actually talked about it.
The Commanders, Austin Eckler, Scary Terry, Dotson.
Dotson is there. Sam Howell, the Howitzer.
Oh, the Halaban. Yeah, Halaban still in place, still up and running, still taking down enemies. What else is going on there?
Brian Robinson.
Zach Ertz. Yeah, Brian. Yeah, Zach. Yeah. Oh God, my goodness, that's not a pretty sight to see. Yeah, I mean some other moves. Gardner Minshew to Vegas.
Yeah, I mentioned that one.
So if that and Justin happens,
well, they're not getting Justin. I just went like you must have not been paying attention. I just said that Las Vegas are not getting Justin Fields.
Wait. Oh. I thought when we were speaking about
I said the whole thing was that Luke
potential.
Getsy is there, so that's why there's zero chance they trade for him.
I saw that something saying despite that.
Yeah, there was somebody saying there was
something.
one individual saying that they were talking to the Bears for Justin Fields, and then literally a minute later they
So where could he go now?
I literally talked about this maybe 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I was really paying attention to other stuff. Now I'm back in.
You gotta lock in. You gotta lock in.
I'm way more
dial it back in.
What team? Say it.
The Vikings and the Broncos are the two remaining options.
I thought you said you were out on that.
No, I did not.
Well,
if you were listening, then I don't really know how you'd be able to say whether or not you heard me say that we were out on him.
Well, that's what I remember from my slight paying attention to whatever we were speaking about. That I feel we got to make that a bigger deal. Justin, yeah, I mean, well, that career's just fucking over.
You were just sitting there. I was starting to talk to myself.
Done. Over.
I was saying that
I think we should send him to Tennessee.
The bag.
I think we should send him to Tennessee.
That's not happening.
I think we should do it, and let's just get.
Are you on the Bears staff now?
No, the Tennessee staff.
Okay, that's right. I forgot they gave you an internship.
Levis, screw mayonnaise coffee. Let's get a real quarterback. That means business.
You mean a real running back? Clarification.
Well, we already got our running back, and then we for some reason got another in Tony Pollard. So I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what the fuck is going on. How much money did Tony Pollard get?
I don't think it was that big of a contract. It was 3 years.
It was 24 million, 3 years. Wait, so the Cowboys are really just like, fuck you, Tony.
Yeah, they definitely could have paid that. They definitely could have paid that.
And if he was one of Jerry's guys, then he would have got that money.
Really so he was not one of Jerry's guys.
Okay. Do we Aaron Jones? Do we talk about Josh Jacobs, Green Bay?
Didn't talk about Josh Jacobs of Green Bay. I
think you got 48 over 4. 48 over
dynasty
4
team.
Only 12 million guaranteed.
My dynasty team has Josh Jacobs, and I was immediately upset by this, not only for the fact that he's on the Packers now, but also because it absolutely destroyed my fantasy value. But literally 20, 30 minutes after that, and everybody was like, oh my God, they have the greatest 1-2 combo in football. Literally 30 minutes after that, Aaron Jones got cut.
Well, the greatest 1-2 combo is Josh Jacobs and AJ Dillon.
AJ Dillon's a free agent.
Oh shit. Well, it is just Josh then. I don't know
Josh
what other running back
and Emmanuel something on that's like a.
All right, sounds like it's just Josh. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, I don't really know how. I think that's just a stupid why would you do that? I don't really understand. I don't know if they've really freed up any cap space with that signing over Aaron Jones and Cunningham. I know Josh Jacobs is maybe a little bit younger.
I just see the 12 million guaranteed total for Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the contract for Aaron Jones was, but I don't think that the difference between Aaron Jones and Josh Jacobs is that substantial. Where
maybe Aaron Jones just wanted a healthy amount of money. That's what I was hearing from my camp.
So they were doing right by Aaron Jones. They were like, "Hey, we're gonna let you go get your bag, buddy."
I don't think Aaron Jones is gonna get a bag.
No, he's not. He's not.
Yeah,
he's gonna get a decent amount of money though. He's gonna get more than Austin Eckler at least.
I wonder where he'll go.
Aziz,
I have no reason to be interested in that one, but yeah.
You have him, don't you?
No, I was kidding. Other major moves. Saquon Barkley is an Eagle. We talked about that.
Yeah, so my friend's a Giants fan. I was with him when this happened.
I have some Giants fans who are unhappy right now.
We were sitting down. We were talking to him. He was like, yeah. I was like, I've been telling him Saquon is not coming back. And like he wanted, so I put him in the wish list to re-sign Saquon. I'm like, Saquon's not coming back.
I did not think he was going to.
He walked up to me and he was talking.
The Eagles had some freed up money.
He was literally talking to me about how Saquon like might sign, and then literally as he showed me a tweet about that, I got the notification that Saquon signed with the Eagles, and I showed him my phone. He just like was completely rattled. So rattled to the point where he went on a like 30-minute walk to like clear his mind regarding Saquon Barkley. I don't think that there's anything more like fuck you than signing with a team in your division and the biggest rivals for your team. Like that's the biggest FU physically possible.
Yeah, it's an interesting move. It's an interesting decision. To go to a division rival. Never a big move, especially when you're a beloved player like Saquon is to the Giants fan base. So, yeah, I think though, we could just take a little rewind in history. Everett, I mean, shit, you're the reason that this happened. You're the reason Daniel Jones got the money. Well, you're the reason that this money wasn't available.
Is the reason why that this happened.
Yeah, I mean the reason the money isn't there for Saquon.
So rewind two seasons. It's wild card weekend. Vikings are in a rematch with the Giants after playing them, I think, 2 weeks earlier in Minnesota. Vikings, Daniel Jones looks like the second coming of Joe Montana in that game, all right? Beats the Vikings in the playoffs with Vikings at home, gets a massive contract that offseason, all due to the fact that our defensive coordinator at the time, Ed Donatel, couldn't read. I think that he might have had the defensive comprehension of Dora the Explorer. Okay, it was bad. It was horrific. That entire season was bad. But like this was like Swiper. All right, this was Swiper, no swiping. All right, this was horrible. It was really bad. Like you know the meme about like how ass is XYZ, how ass is this guy, and it's like Kim Kardashian. Yeah, that's Ed Donatel. All right. That's how
I'm familiar with the meme.
So I mean, I have to get it out for the listeners out there, for the watchers, right? So a little clarification. But yeah, that's how bad Ed Donatel was, and that is why the Giants are now set back 5 years, because Ed Donatel and the Vikings essentially
just 5,
just mass exodus their entire team.
They might be set back a little bit longer than that. I think 5
probably like 12 years.
Nice there.
Probably like 12 years.
Yeah, a little bit setback over there. Another move that we did not speak about, Gabe Davis to Jacksonville. Calvin Ridley has still not returning. Signed.
Does that mean Christian Kirk is wide receiver 1 there?
Is it back to as Kirk the season? Slot man?
But remember, like that one season that Calvin Ridley was suspended the whole year, he was technically their wide receiver 1. Technically, even though he played at the slot. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
I mean, that if Kirk needs someone else on that field to help him out, but the Jags, Calvin Ridley might be available. We'll see who gets.
He is currently available.
No, I know
he is. He's not going to be on the Jaguars.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I kind of expect him to go back now.
They did also sign Mitch
Who gets
Morse.
The pick there? The Jags.
There's no compensation. I don't think they get a compensation pick for that.
Or is it Atlanta? Maybe.
I don't think that. No, I don't think that. I thought
something was involved if he doesn't go back to Jacksonville, or if he signs back to Jacksonville, then Atlanta gets.
Well, if it was signing back with Jacksonville, then that would mean Atlanta's getting something.
Yeah, I think that was it.
But
that won't be happening. Atlanta got
really
Kirk Cousins, so they got their pennies.
Yeah, they are extremely happy. One thing, by the way, that did not happen today that we didn't get to talk about, Jerry Jeudy is now on the Browns.
Jeudy and Amari.
Jeudy Amari,
the Alabama wide receiver duo in Cleveland.
5th and 6th rounders for Jerry Jeudy. I don't know what you think. I think that it's interesting.
They both stink.
I think it's interesting though what the wide receiver trade market is, because I feel like their trade value is substantially lower when it's traded than when like they'd be signed or something. Like I think they pay less.
I would say also they're not The Amari one's maybe slightly different because he had a big contract or something. I don't know. But like the Judy one, it's like I think that's like fair value because he hasn't like proved shit yet. Steve Smith said it best. What has Jerry Judy done? I think though, yeah. Fifth and sixth. I think Amari was also a fifth and a sixth.
Amari was a fifth and a player, I believe.
Something like that, but not crazy. Not crazy asking prices over there. But
no. Well, just kind of wild, at least for Amari Cooper. I understand contracts are one thing, but like getting him for a 5th-round pick is wild.
Crazy.
Absolutely crazy.
Yeah,
I guess people just think of Jerry Judy as maybe a bit better than he really is, but I mean, still.
Yeah, I think he definitely gets a little bit of a boost for some reason, which I don't quite understand. Not gonna lie. Other major move. Will Dissly of the Chargers. No, I'm kidding. We did not speak about this, but Russell Wilson, quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I mean the motion. It was in motion. I think for the last couple of days. I'm not overly surprised by it, but I do think that it is interesting considering that compared to other teams, it wasn't as like the Steelers aren't as competitive. Arthur Smith, I don't really know how that interaction is going to be between him and Russ. I think that's going to be interesting. Darnell Washington stalks through the roof though. So at least there's that. But yeah, I mean, 1.2 mil. Broncos are on tap for 37.8, I believe. So big steal. I'm pretty sure that he's going to be guaranteed to play this whole season. I think that that's probably why he signed there instead of waiting for Kirk Cousins to sign somewhere. But yeah, no, interesting. The way the quarterback market has kind of turned out this year, this free agency is kind of wild based on what teams still need it and who else like is available.
Yeah, I think we might just need to have to decompress real quick for Wednesday's show to get everything in line and quite dive into. Thursday is technically the first opening day of free agency when it'll go wild.
Do not know. Well, I mean, this is wild. Like this is.
Yeah, well, these are the big guys. But yeah, what? How about this? What remaining players are available? Who has not signed yet?
Daniil has not signed. King Henry has not signed.
I've been hearing him to Cowboys, which would be really sick. First of all, just be really cool.
Would be very
to see Derrick
very
Henry in a Cowboys uniform. Even though I'm not expecting much there. But
it would be very very interesting
to see him and Deuce Vaughn like go trade series would just be the funniest visual.
Yeah, I mean,
polar opposite running backs.
So let's see.
Come in all shapes and sizes. Okay.
Let's see who is left. Like big name wise. So Ryan Tannehill is left if you count that. Daniil Hunter, Jamal Adams, Justin Simmons, Randy Gregory, DJ Reader, Derrick Henry, Jerome Baker, Aaron Jones, Curtis Samuel,
Tyron Smith,
Stephon Gilmore, Kendall Fuller, your guy. Our favorite, Marquez Valdes-Scantling, Chase Young.
I'm actually very curious to see where he goes.
Devin White is still available. CJ, or I guess Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. I mean, yeah, there's a lot. Isaiah Simmons, Jordan Whitehead, CJ Henderson, sorry. There's a lot of guys still available that have yet to go. A lot of older guys, though, more specifically, that have yet to go. Leonard Williams is still an option.
Zeke.
David... All right, calm down now. Calm down. But like David Bakhtiari today got cut. You know exactly where he's signing. We know exactly where he's going. Pencil it in right now.
Does it rhyme with the Nets?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Know exactly where he's going. So But it's interesting to see. Like some teams haven't done anything today. Like the Cowboys, I don't think have done anything. The Dolphins finally just signed their first player, and
Is it the punter, right?
no, Jordan Brooks.
Oh,
I still think there's teams like the chart. Like I'm surprised. I think the Chargers are still over the cap. So like I'm surprised they're starting to sign. Like the big things, honestly,
don't worry about it.
Things over the next couple of days are going to be when and who the Chargers trade Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Joey Bosa, and Khalil Mack. It's going to be seeing what happens with those four guys. So
I mean, they don't need to get rid of all of them. But
no, but for your own sake, maybe they should.
I don't think they should get rid of all.
Okay, so then who should they get rid of? You had your choice.
Definitely Mike Williams. We'll see you later. I would say one of Khalil or Joey. Khalil gives us more money, but he's better. But I think they should trade Khalil now just to get something.
He's also older.
So I think it should do Khalil and Mike because Keenan, I love the Slayer, too emotionally attached. And even though I know it's a detriment to the team because I know he's going to be out for at least 8 games. But for the 9 that he's playing, damn it, wow, will he be electric?
How much do you pay Mike Williams per year?
The cap number is 32.5
per year.
32.5 cap number
per.
Just like, is that for the hit cap hit? Okay. 17 million base, 12.5 signing, 3 million roster bonus.
Okay. Interesting. I'm just curious. Maybe maybe little T Higgins action coming over to Los Angeles.
I don't know if we can afford that. It'd be lit, but I don't know how we'll make it happen.
Yeah, another guard off the board. Michael Onwenu re-signing with the Pats. Tough for you because he could have been an option for the Chargers for the offensive line. That would have been nice.
I just don't know how that would have been. It would have been, but I think we would have had to gotten rid of it. 4 of those, all 4 of them, for that to happen.
I don't think so. He got a 3-year, $57 million deal, so that's 19 a year. Like that's not.
We would have just had to just kill Mike Williams.
He already does it to himself, so don't worry about it. It's okay. Yeah, no, I mean, like there's the shape and the face of the NFL is going to be completely different next season, which is wild.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see. It's going to be very interesting. It's going to be a brand new league. Seeing all the skill guys move, I feel like that's going to be the biggest like wow factor. Being like, what the fuck? Saquon's on the Eagles. That's going to be just a big.
Yeah, I mean his goal line touches are also.
I can already imagine the first Sunday I'm sitting on the couch, sitting there. I'm like, oh, Giants. Hey, Giants. Giants Cowboys. They always play that first Sunday night game. Can't wait to see Saquon. Like, who the hell's on this? Is that Derrick Henry on the Cowboys?
Like, what?
Yeah, it's gonna be a wild year. I feel like, what year is it for all these free agencies lineup? 4 years ago or 5?
What
for the rookie year? What rookie year is it for this year to be free? 4 years ago? Are they all free agents?
I mean, it's dependent. It's dependent on what round you were signed in.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't quite work that way. The free agency, like I feel like in the NBA, the one cool thing is, like, oh,
I mean, like technically,
this is the free agency year, but
technically for
I know just NFL, there's always big name guys every year. I'm just wondering if there's a way to know, like,
it's typically, I mean, like if you're outside of the first round, it's typically 4 years, but usually those really big guys get re-signed. So yeah, like, I mean, it's a weird year because so many people have gotten cut as cap casualties that now there's so many, like Eric Armstead got cut yesterday from the 49ers, like as a cap casualty, which is wild.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of things to go over. Okay. Just looking down the line. 2020, 2026. Oh my God, 2020. Holy shit. Guess what Justin Herbert's cap hit 2028 is?
65.
71 million.
Gross.
The NFL better get a new fucking network deal in by then, because damn, the salary cap better raise. 2028 might be vicious.
I am just hoping, right? Like, give me Drake May. Give me Drake May. That's all I want. I just want Drake May.
Yeah, if you got a little May in there,
little Mayo action.
Not Mayo, but May. A little May.
No, I wanted it to be Mayo action. That's what I wanted.
All right. You heard it here first, folks. He wants a little Mayo up in that. But
like, shit, give me Justin Fields, give me Jacoby Brissett, draft Drake May. Let me just rip that.
Justin Fields, Jacoby Brissett, and Drake May. Fuck it. I love it.
All three of them. Fuck it.
Honestly,
yeah, bring it on.
How much total cost would that be between Justin and Jacoby?
Justin's on like I think he's like $6 million or something right now. It's cheap. It's cheap. It's year 4.
I think Jacoby's going to get Jacoby's going to be like 4 to 5 a year.
No, it's going to be like 9.
Dude,
do you know how much quarterbacks? Do you know how much Gardner Minshew just got?
25.
He was a 2 year 25. 2 years 25.
Yeah, that's fucking. I did not quite process that. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, I think Jacoby's gonna get enough. Trust me.
I think he's definitely gonna get 220, 219, 218, 220.
I'm gonna put it at 218. I'd say 9 a year. That's what I think.
Dude, that's what Diana Rossini was saying. Backup quarterbacks be up right now.
Making Brett Chase Daniels. Oh my God. Can you imagine if he was on the market right now?
Dude, where's Blaine Gabbert going? Where's Blaine going?
No wonder the Jaguars just traded for Mac Jones to be their backup. They don't have to pay him.
Bro, if only JT Barrett, he shouldn't have gotten into coaching. This would be
By the way, that draft class, absolutely heinous. Like, we were talking about the quarterback
Jake Browning. It's a shame that he signed, because he would get so much money right now. Like Mariota.
He's a restricted free agent, isn't he?
I have no idea.
I think he is. Whatever. Mariota is a free agent.
Drew Lock. Sure. Who's going to pay Drew Lock?
Vikings, maybe.
These are the questions we need to ask.
I'm hoping that whoever the Vikings get is a veteran who's been there long enough, because Drew Lock is technically a veteran.
Teddy Bridgewater, bring him back.
He's retired. He's retired.
Tyler Huntley.
Drew Lock is a.
You actually thought about that for a second. Okay, yeah, all right, we'll come back to that.
Drew Lock is a veteran, but like, I know that he's just a goon on the sidelines. I need like a veteran, like old guy.
You want Easton Stick?
No, I do not. Do not bring him near the Vikings, please.
I think you could definitely trade a 7th for Hendon Hooker.
Definitely not. I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Carson Wentz from the Rams.
He's a free agent, and no, please God, no. Can I bring Big Dick Nick back? Is he still in the league?
What has he been up to?
Available? What is he doing?
Can we ask? I still think it would have been great. Would have been a
Josh
great
McCown
idea
is the quarterback coach too, so I know he would love to.
AJ McCarron, Bengals.
He's in the XFL. He decided to leave the NFL for the XFL.
He took his talents to the Rocks League. Nice. That's kind of a power play.
He moved back to St. Louis.
Has Mason Rudolph not re-signed to the Steelers?
He is not re-signed, no. But do the Vikings face the Browns this year? Is the information I need to know if Mason Rudolph is on the table.
Yeah, I mean potentially. Yeah, I'm trying to find other quarterbacks. That's kind of all I could find right now. Yeah.
I don't want Darnold. I don't want Zach Wilson. I do not want Trey Lance.
Let's look into the Darnell Mooney, KJ Osborne tracker. Where do we think they're going to go?
I mean, if you guys get rid of Mike Williams, I think one of them.
I think, fuck yeah, sign me up for that.
I think like I said in the wish list that I made for you guys, I think you could get rid of both of them and still you could sign a wide receiver. You could draft Malik Neighbors. Like, you have.
I really think we're going to draft Joe Alt.
No, you are. But I'm saying if you got rid of both your wide receivers, you could have gotten a pretty decent wide receivers at a free agency, and then also sign or also draft a wide receiver, and would have been really well set up, in my opinion.
Right.
You guys got to pay me the big bucks. That's what I'm telling you.
We just gotta hope and pray one day we can get there. We'll see. Well, I'm still waiting for one of those 4 to get off the team, but until that happens, we'll just sit here.
It might be a while.
Yeah, honestly,
might be a while.
So yeah. You got anything else?
No, we're just tracking what's going on right now. All these signings happening. I mean, we'll see. We'll have a lot more information and stuff by Thursday. I'm assuming some big things will be happening between now and then. But yeah, overall, like that's about what's been happening today, and hopefully the Vikings will have done some more stuff. Hopefully the Chargers will have traded some people. But big day for the NFL, big day for sports, and yeah. With that, thank you
big day
so
for the
watching,
world.
listening.
Big day for the earth. Big day for the citizens of America. All right.
With that, thank you guys so much for watching, listening, raise 5 stars. You can find us on Spotify, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and on Instagram at Waterboy Pod. We post new episodes every Tuesday and Thursday on all podcast platforms and on YouTube. So make sure to subscribe to us and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single episode. We post new TikToks every Tuesday to Sunday. So make sure to follow us there. We post some exclusive content on that, as well as our Instagram. So make sure to go follow us there. And yeah, we will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for the support on our off-season wish list. We really appreciate it. And we'll see you guys on Thursday. Waterboys out.